Hello and welcome to Mr. Ridley's Design and Technology. In this clip we're going to look at fitting the speaker, which is here, to our circuit. Now the speaker is attached via a fly lead. So you can see we've got two tabs there, one there and one there, two little eyelets, and they're clearly marked. I don't know if you can see there, they're marked positive and negative. We've got a twisted fly lead, which is two pieces of equipment wire which have been twisted together, and we've got our circuit board. So the first thing we need to do, the equipment we're using today is we've got a pair of side cutters, we've got a pair of wire strippers. The wire strippers are different because when they close, they've got a stop here. So I don't know if you can see there, but there's a small amount of wire. So when if we unravel here, and we're going to take off about 1 centimetre of wire from this, and we just close it and pull, and that takes off the insulator and leaves about, I don't know, 10 millimetres, 8 millimetres of the conductor sticking through. So if we look at that again closely, you can see that we position the cutters, the strippers, and we just pull that through, and then these strands we just twist them to twist them up and join them all together. And you can see there that we've got the two ends stripped off there. What we're going to do here now is the other end is going to do the same thing, and we're taking off that, and again a few centimetres, so a few millimetres of wire, 10 millimetres or so, and we're going to twist those wires up. So now we have these wires at each end. So we've got this end and this end, and we've stripped the wires off. What we're going to do then is we're going to fit it to the circuit board. So if we've got negative there, we can see there, we've got negative and we've got positive. And we're going to use black as a negative and red as our positive. And we're going to push this up through here, black. You might want to unravel these. You can always ravel them, retwist them up later. You're going to make sure that all these strands are well twisted together, and we can just put it through the hole. I think what we'll do here is we'll just get a bit of solder. We're going to tin these first. I think these will be better tinned first. So for tinning them, we need to take the wire, we need to take a piece of the solder, and we need to just add the solder to our wire. Now we need to make a thin pin there that's going to go through our hole. So we need to twist it up. And we can see there, I've just coated those with solder. I'm going to do the other ends as well. These wires need to be well twisted together. If we get a small blob on the end, you can always trim that off. And now we've got a nice thin pin. I guess if you notice there, that was quite tricky. So I'm going to take this now, take my red wire, pass it up through here, pass it down through there, if you can see that. That's coming up there through there. This black wire goes through here and up to there and through there. So if you can see that, that's through there. And then I just take those over to stop them moving, and then I can solder those. So I'm going to get my solder. Put the soldering iron onto the pad, add a small amount of solder, and then you see there, cutting off the excess, and then just twirl that back up, and there's my laced through. So I've laced these through They're going through the board there and down. I've got negative black, positive red. Then the other end here is just a simple matter of making a small the easiest way of doing this is to bend the wires. We're not cutting the wires, we're just bending them into little hooks there, and then these will go through. So I'm going to do my black is negative, red is positive, and you can see they're just hooking it up through, and then they're hooked through. You can see that I've hooked the wires through there, and then it's just a matter again using a tool just to keep it in place, touching on, not using too much solder here, just a tiny amount of solder. And also on these are soldered on to the fine wire, so you really need to not have the soldering iron. So I just did that really quickly, not have the soldering iron lingering on the pad, otherwise you'll melt. You can see it's already soldered there, so you virtually just have to touch the soldering iron on there. Just check that that's not touching on the body of the metal body, and we've got our positive and negative wires there, and we've got our fly lead connecting our speaker. So that's fitting our speaker on to our PCB with a fly lead for the Amplifier project. Thank you for watching.